I will begin by noting that any feast in the churches of the Byzantine tradition is a carefully planned event. The plan I am referring to can be found in the Typicon, an ordinal or liturgical book that prescribes specific rituals, prayers, and even specific behavior on the special occasion of a feast. Since a feast is not like any other day, it must be set out as distinct from non-festal days. It must depart from the usual liturgical routine. Accordingly, the faithful too must remove themselves from the inevitable hustle and bustle of everyday life to enter into the reality of the Church's feast and truly celebrate. The purpose of the Typicon's detailed instructions concerning feast days, then, is to effect not a change of rubrics, but a change of focus. It is to enable us to leave aside our individual cares and join in the communal celebration in and as church, as one body, one heart, and one mind. Today I will draw your attention to the festal instructions of the Russian Orthodox Church's Typicon, because it is in the Russian branch of the Byzantine Rite that I was born and raised, and to which I have devoted my liturgical studies. The object of my reflections will be both the theory of the feast, as reflected in the Typicon, and its modern-day practice, as I have known it from my earliest childhood, first in a small Russian Orthodox parish just outside New York City, and later, when my work involved a great deal of traveling, in numerous Russian Orthodox parishes, cathedrals and monasteries in Germany, France, Italy, and also in the Holy Land, where I lived for 2 years. Before we immerse ourselves in the Typicon's rules and regulations, I should say a few more words about this heavy and somewhat intimidating book. And so I have hidden the Typicon so that it's a surprise, but I will show you how very big it is and truly intimidating. So you won't be inspired to learn more about this book. In earlier centuries, the Slavonic Typicon was entitled differently. It was called Ustav, which literally means the law. But eventually, the Greek title Typicon was preferred and now remains untranslated. This happened soon after the Niconian reforms, but not during the Niconian reforms. And this happened not without reason. The Greek word typikon, from an adjective modifying the presumed substantive viblion, or book, is derived from the word typos, meaning image, plan, pattern, model, example, and so forth. So the title Typicon could be translated as a book of examples, hence not to be confused with an obligatory code of laws. That is to say, the Slavonic Typicon, by definition, has no qualms about divergence in its theory and practice. Here is how the Russian expert on the Typicon, Mikhail Skobolonovich, summarized this function of the Typicon. A book with such a title, writes Skobolonovich, does not intend to turn its minutest details into law, thus abolishing the freedom of the worshippers. It rather intends to sketch a magnificent ideal of liturgy, whose beauty would constantly inspire all to its realization, though this may not even be possible. Just like it is with the realization of any ideal, or with the imitation of any magnificent example. Such is, in essence, the entire law of Christ. End of quote.